Alright, boardshop.co.uk again, another surfboard review. Today it's the all new TJ Pro Mid from Firewire by Dan Mann. A really nice sleek mid-length with all the mid-length things you would expect, stability, paddle power and what have you, but with more refinement and an overall sleeker feel to give you performance in a really wide range of waves. Dan Mann's designed it in conjunction with TJ, Taylor Jensen. It's a takedown from his longboard, but it's still a mid-length with mid-length qualities. And let's have a little spin around it. The first thing you notice about it is how thinned out it feels under your arm and also when you surf it. We're lucky that we've had a 7.2 to surf a month prior to its official launch, and we've surfed it in everything from knee-high beach breaks to shoulder-high, head-high, like more pointy type waves with super clean lined up waves. And it's worked really well in all those conditions, so it's a really, really adaptable board. So, as you can see, nice and relatively full in the nose. Flat through the middle, relatively flat rocker, but with enough flip in the nose that you can handle those steeper drops on the bigger days. The rail profile is pretty soft and neutral until you get halfway down to the board, and then it firms up a little bit. But the interesting part is when you get into the fins, just ahead of the fins here, it really, really firms up and it's really tucked. And then in conjunction with that pulled in tail, it gives you a performance-y kind of feel, more performance than you'd expect from a normal kind of mid-length. On the underside, it's flat through the front section of the board to give you that glide and paddle power and wave entry. And then there's a subtle double concave coming in, it runs out through the fins. That helps generate lift, which gives you that instant acceleration at instant speed and maintains speed through your turns as well. As you can see, it's set up as a 4+1, so you can surf it as a 2+1, a quad, or even a single fin. We've been surfing it in small stuff as a 2+1 with a 7-inch centre fin, like the FCS Connect, just neutrally tight fin and normal side bites. But in better conditions, or where you want a bit more speed, surf it as a quad with the Endorphin Velox fins in the large size. Set it up as a quad and it works really nicely. So pretty much anyone can surf this board. It's got a big sweet spot through the middle here, so it's really stable. So even if you're a total beginner, go a bit bigger in size. It goes 7.2, 7.4, 7.8, 8.0. Go a bit bigger and it'll be a real stable platform for learning and help you progress. And if you're a more accomplished surfer, the 7.2 or the 7.4 will be really adaptable and help surf in a really wide range of waves. We really like this board. It's in the helium, the ibolic technology for the core and then the volcanic on the outer. And what that epoxy ibolic gives you is a really even flex, which helps again with speed and maintaining speed, but it gives it a really responsive feel as well. And then the volcanic lamination is number one, it's really tough and it's nice and light. Not too light that you can't surf it in windy conditions or offshores, but light enough that to make it controllable and get it on a rail and get it turning relatively easily. In the world of mid-lengths, where there's a lot of stuff that's very flat or there's some stuff that's very performance-y, this sits just above middle. In terms of a daily driver, you can use it for that, but it's got a little bit more performance to take you up to when the conditions are better. So a board for traveling, really good option. We really like it because the volume is hidden so well. It gives you the paddle power. The 7.2 packs in 46 odd litres, which is pretty standard, but on the high side maybe even, but it doesn't feel like that when it's under your arm or especially when you're surfing it. It feels like a much smaller board, and that carries on all the way through the size range. Even the 8.0 doesn't feel like an 8.0, it feels like a smaller version. So there, the TJ Pro Mid by Firewire. There's a few other mid-lengths in the Firewire range. There's the Long Rider, the Twinser and what have you. The Long Rider feels more like a step up compared to this. This feels like a far more accessible everyday board for most people. The Twinser obviously has a different feel with that fin setup and would be a complement to the Pro Mid as opposed to a direct comparison. But probably the board that's got most relevance to is the Harley Ingleby Mo. when they did that in the Thunderbolt technology. And what Dan Mann has done is tweaked it a little bit, the rocker line, the rail profile and what have you, to still deliver a high wave count and stability, but give you that little extra edge in performance and get it turning and get it on a rail. It's an altogether more rewarding and more exciting surf, I think, than the Mo as it was. So, as always, online right now, you can buy on 0% finance, you can trade in old boards, and we're here, of course, for any advice regarding size or what board to get, so just give us a shout. And last of all, don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.